content you can understand. And in the coming Monday, 28th Monday, 4 p.m., Core Java is starting. Core Java of mine is starting. It is a full course. It is a full course which is going to start in the 28th Monday, 4 p.m. It is starting. Right. Now I am going to start about predefined data types in C language. Now let us enter into, we are having, we know that very shortly I'm going to enter into the programmatic session also. So before writing the program, we must have to know some of the importance. We know that predefined data types are used for storing single value, used for storing what? Single value. Right. As a part of C programming, we have basically certain data types are there internally, which are divided into a lot more. Let me go for it. So C programming contains containing the following data types, the following predefined data types. See carefully, predefined data types. What are those? Number one, I'm talking about first one is called int. Under that, lot of subdata types are there. First, we will talk about the major one first. Later, we will talk about the subdata types are there. Unsigned into, signed into, long into. There are varieties are there. But major one is called what? Int. In that, some subdivisions are there. We will explain to you. Next is called what? Float. Under the float, there are some subdivisions are there. We will talk about. And the extension to the float is called a double. Double data type. What is the difference between float and double? We will explain to you. And the fourth one is called a char data type. Char. Under the char also, we are having some subdata types are there. And we are having one more kind of data type is there, that is called void. Void is also one extra data type in C language. And we are using some description about the void also, that you need not worry at this stage. Sir, let us start about this data type called int. So what for we use this int? If I take Java programming, we have different type of int data types are there. If I take some other programming, different type of data types are there. But overall opinion of int is going to be common. Overall, yes, ma, that's what I'm saying. Sindhuja. I'm talking about that only. Int is there, long is there. Under that, we are having some long int, long, short int, like that. So many number of things are there. Even long is also we can write it, but it is going to be some subparts are there in that. We will explain that where is that long is coming and all. Okay, now actually I just written only 5. I wrote int of 4. And I will open it. I will just give you some clarity to you. It is going to contain around 12 to 13 divisions will come again inside of it. 13 divisions, 12 divisions will come inside of it. So first let me talk about the flavor of int. Under that, a lot of flavors will come. One of the flavor is called what? Long. So different people are trying to give you different type of views, but I'm trying to give you the according to the Dennis Ritchie, Kernighan, according to Dennis Ritchie and Kernighan user manuals, they classified like that. And long is also one of the form of what? Int. So that I will show you very shortly. After that, one document I will open. I will show you one important chart I will show you. Okay, na? Can I move forward? All of you, confirm once. Long is also part of what? Our int only. Like float and double, there is a long and int. Suppose if I go for some Java kind of thing, there is a byte is there. There is a short is there. There is a int is there. There is a long is there. These are all comes under what? Integer category. We are having there what? Float is there. Next double is there. Next char is there. Next boolean is there. These are the Java data types, Java related kind of thing. So different languages will have different type of things. So coming to the point of it, void is also one kind of data. Don't compare with other kind of languages when you are learning this kind of discussion. So I hope that you people are understanding what I'm going to classify. After a few minutes, you will get the clarity of this int data. Okay, na? So let me talk about the int data type first. Int data type, I will explain what exactly int data type is. Under the int, there are a lot of varieties of ints are there. If you want, I will show you one small. After explaining this int, I will show you one small diagram which I prepared it for showing the entire thing. Okay, let us look at that. Look at that, ma. I will give the clarity on it. Rohan Mitra. Listen. So int is one of the keyword. First of all, it is one of the keyword. One of the keyword. It is called one of the keyword. Treated as predefined data type. It is treated as one of the predefined data type. Very good. So we understand what is that int. It is a keyword used for what purpose? To used for it treated as what? It is one of the data type. Very nice. Next, we need to understand this int data type. Already we discussed in our class. Every data type will take some amount of memory space. What is the purpose of data types? Please answer all of you. What is the purpose of data type? Come on, ma, all of you. What is the purpose of data type? Yesterday's class I told you. Purpose of data type is to allocate the memory space for your input. To allocate the memory space for your input. Now, this memory space is allocating. How much memory space this int data type is allocating? Int data type is used for storing. Second one, I am taking that purpose. Purpose I am talking about it. Int data type is used for storing integral data. It is nothing but the data which does not contain decimal places. It is also, some people can also call it the whole data. It is nothing but our mathematics terminology. Integral or whole data. It is nothing but the data which does not contain what? Decimal places. Data which does not contain what? Decimal places. When do you use it? For storing our account numbers, for storing our what do you call student numbers, all ticket numbers. That time we will go for what? Int kind of data type. Int data type is used for storing integral values or nothing but what? Whole numbers. It is nothing but data does not contain. Or in your short words, if you take it, in shortcuts, if you take it, used to store what data? Integer data. It is nothing but your favorite answer. Int is nothing but integer data, which does not contain any decimal places. Okay. Sir, when I use int data type, how much memory space is taking? Now I'm writing. Every data type will take some amount of memory space. Int data type takes 2 bytes of memory space. Those who are coming from Java background, int data type will take 4 bytes in Java. So, as a Java faculty, I am saying to you, int data type will take 4 bytes, but int data type in C language will take 2 bytes. And that too in C programming, there is a considerations will be taken. 32-bit architecture is there, and one next is called what? 64-bit architecture is there. 32-bit register and 64-bit architecture is available. So if I take it 32-bit architecture, it is the scenarios which I am taking. And most of the C programming which is available is called what? 32-bit architecture is 32-bit register architecture is concerned. So int data type takes how many bytes, ma? Please come on to the point. Int data type will take how many bytes, sir? Int data type will take how many bytes quickly? I want to know that. How many bytes int data type will take? 2 bytes. Dear students, I just want to give a clarity. When 2 bytes of memory space is taking, let me give you one wonderful calculation. Whenever I say int, here, what is happening? Memory space is created. How much memory space is created? This much memory space is created like that. So here, yes, ma, Panindra, that is purely depends on your computer organization. It is if you have little knowledge about what your computer, 32-bit register, 32-bit register, 64-bit register. It's nothing but our computer related organization. 32-bit register, according to that, this will be taking. But when you come to Java programming, there is no such type of dependency because Java is a platform independent language. C programming is a platform dependent. That's why these considerations will be there. As far as Java is concerned, there is no such type of restrictions. So once we learn C language programming and Java becomes easy, even the people who are coming for our Java batches, of our regular batches, even you need not to learn C language because in the Java, from the beginning onwards, we are talking about it. That's why Monday, sharp 4 o'clock, our Java programming will be starting. There, we are starting from the beginning of the Java programming, where we are talking about the fundamentals also. From the fundamental stage to the advanced stage, we are going to enter. So int data type memory space is coming. There, I will be giving some name to this. Some name I need to give it, some name. So it is going to create the variable name A. Already we discussed in our class identifiers concept. Identifiers concept I already explained. Right. Dear students, if you carefully follow me, here I have no knowledge, no problem, Narendra, no problem. So you attend my classes, see that how you get it. You attend that class on that day, Monday, see that how you can get like anything. Narendra, no problem, you will get it. See ma, int A. So A is going to contain the value. How much is the maximum value I can store it? Now it is a question. Now as a programmer, look at ma, as a programmer, we must understand, as a programmer, we must understand here. We must understand what we need to understand here. We must understand maximum how much I can store, maximum how much data I can store. This is one of the important scenario. How much data we can store, and a minimum how much data we can store. Maximum how much data we can store and minimum how much data we can store. That is a very, very important. Max. Next I am writing here min how much data we can store. Maximum how much data we can store, minimum how much data we can store. These are two questions we have to understand. Generally, most of the people, of course, we don't want to boast about it. Even the people who are coming to any background, even in Java also, we need to have this type of calculation. And maximum how much we can store. That means maximum means a positive side. Minimum means how much we need to understand. We are going to tell you one beautiful formula now. A beautiful formula I'm going to make you to understand. That means if I take a scaling, and carefully try to understand, and here, if it is a scale of your zero value, zero. In our childhood days, you used to learn in your school days and all. Max and then min. Max means positive side. Min means what? A negative side. This is called a positive. This is called a positive. And this is called a negative. Okay. So maximum how much we can store, minimum how much we can store. Maximum is nothing but only positive numbers are called what? Positive and negative. That is 20. 20 is an integer data. It is a positive. No sign precedes. It is a positive. Minus 20. It is called a negative. It is what is signed and unsigned. We are having signed integer. Unsigned integer is also there. We are going to talk about it. So let me talk about an important formula you learn it, because in the problem solving skills, these type of calculations are required. Yes. So Danish Khan, you are my Python student, right? Evening batch. Yes. Fine. Coming to my scenarios here. Now yes, Danish, very good. Now here we need to understand the concept is how we got that number. Some type of we are finding maximum how much we can store, minimum how much we can store. It is nothing but indirectly we are finding range. We are finding the range. Maximum how much we can store, minimum how much we can store, which is called a range. So to find the range, our computer scientist has given some type of formula. Our computer scientist has given some type of formula. That formula I would like to write in front of you. See, range of any data type is equal to, I am telling the formula which is a universal formula helping to you like anything. Any language you learn, just my formula will work out like anything. Range of any data type is equal to, see, even if you learn Java also, this formula is compulsory required. That's why in the C programming only we must learn these things very, very perfectly. Range of any data type is equal to, I will write one important statement, try to follow. The bits, the number of bits, carefully follow. The number of bits available in the language, 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 which is understandable by, computer, which is understandable by computer to the power of, understandable by computer to the power of. Now I am going to give you very important formula. To the power of, I am writing one small mathematical formula. This is called, dear students, carefully follow. Understandable by, yeah, I am writing one small formula. So try to take this. I'm just writing. What happens? So to the power of, 1 minute. Okay, I selected some symbol which is not that. So this to the power of, now I'm writing something like this. To the power of, number of bits occupied by, here I'm writing to the power of number of bits occupied by number of bits. See the word called bits. I will give you the clarity for you. Number of bits occupied by a particular data type. Now, we are taking which data type today? Int data type we want to find out. Which data type we are interested to find? Int data type we are interested to find. So how to find out? This? For that, I am taking the next calculation and try to understand the terms inside of it. The number of bits available in the language, which is understandable by the computer, is nothing but what? First, you try to get the clarity here. The number of bits available in the language is understandable by computer. Computer understand which language, guys? Computer understand which language? Binary language. Am I right? All of you. Am I right or not? Computer understand which language? Binary language. Which is nothing but, we can also say called binary language. How many bits are there in that? Number of bits, how many? In that, how many bits are there? 0, 1. 0, 1. Totally how many these are? Totally how many bits are there? 2 bits are there. 2 bits. 2 bits are there. Because I'm giving you most wonderful hidden points I'm giving. These are the most important things to decide the range of the data type. So 2 bits are there to the power of number of bits occupied by the particular data type. So in the entire bracket, what is the value coming? The number of bits available in the language, which is understandable by computer, 2 will come inside. Let me take one separate calculation window. Now I am writing range of into data type. Into data type is equal to range of into data type is equal to, see the calculation, how easy it is. Now I am writing in the bracket 2. I am writing 2. Coming to the point of it, 2 to the power of into data type. Into data type taking how many bytes actually? Into data type takes how many bytes? 2 bytes. 2 bytes it is. You know, 1 byte is equal to, you already know that 1 byte. Because this, you are the beginner students, you can understand me. You are the first calculation people. 8 bits. 2 into 8. 2 bytes means what? 2 into 8. 2 into 8 is equal to 16. 2 into 8 is equal to 16 bits. So I will write on the top of it 16 here. It is on the top of it 16. I hope this is clear for you. Is it clear, ma? Is it clear for all of you? I will take it up. Is this concept is clear or not? Is the formula clear? Can you confirm once again? This is called clear. Yes. So 2 to the power of 16. 2 to the power of 16 means what? 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 into, it is called what? 16 times. If I multiply, it is going to come 65,536 will come. 65,536 will come. 65,536 will come. If I do 2 into 2 into 2, 16 times, if I do it, you will be getting 65,536 will come. It is from where? 1 2. It is from 1 2. It is from 1 2 only. It is from number 1 2. Yes. Next, I am going to talk about it is from 1 2. But our computer storage starts from in C language, C++, Java, .NET. Your storage starts from 0 onwards. So when I start here 0, 0 2, how much it is going to be? 0 2. What is the result? 0 2. What is the value? 65,535 is the value. 65,535 is the value. Good. Next point I am going to talk. Okay, sir, good. Now we are talking about the range. Range means what? Off. See that range. Range means off. So this is our scaling, and this is called one part. This is called one positive scaling. This is called a negative scaling. Positive part and then what? Negative scaling. Positive part and then negative scaling will be there. So if a number is coming, that number may be positive, may be negative. So maybe greater than 0, maybe less than 0. So definitely the integer data will contain how many signs? How many signs will be there? Sign. Plus may be there, negative may be. Plus may be there, minus may be there. So that value called what? 0 to what? If you carefully little bit understanding the part of that, 65,535 divided by 2. Divided by 2, I will write it. Divided by 2. Why I am writing divided by 2, guys? Can you tell me? Because our data, integer data is containing two signs, positive sign and then negative sign. That's why I'm writing by 2. If I do that by 2, if I do divided by 2, it is going to contain two partitions. What is that? 32,000. What is that? Come on, how much it is going to be? 767. 32,767.5. 767.5. 5 2 what? 32,000. It is going to give you 32,767.5. Are you able to understand my point? Are you able to understand my point, guys? Can you confirm? Are you okay? Yes. Now we got this type of equal division, but our range will not contain decimal places, ma. Our range will not contain decimal places. 1 minute, ma. That is a 2, not 2, ma. That is 5. 32,767.5 and dot 5 one side, another side is this one. So 5 is here. Fine. 32,767.5, 32,767.5 in both the sides. 0.5 is available. Now tell me now, when it is 32,767.5, that is like this, range will not contain decimal places. That's why 32,767.5. Again another side it is there. Again another side it is there. We are saying 32,767.5. This 0.5 will be truncated. 0.5 will be truncated. This 0.5 will be truncated. So here I am writing 0.5 will be truncated. 0.5 will be truncated. Here also 0.5, one side it is truncated. Just to follow the calculation carefully. Here we are just truncating. Truncating means what? Remove that 0.5 and it is going to become what? 32,767 is the value which is one side. And whatever you are truncating, that 0.5 will be added here. That 0.5 will be added. 0.5 will be added. This is called a plus symbol. Plus added. Once it is done, what is happening there? We are going to get the result 767, 8 it is going to become 8. This is called 8. 32,767 and this 0.5 is added, 768 it is becoming. If I add this both of them, if I add this value plus this value, if I add both of them, it is going to become what? 65,535 only. So why these two partitions are mentioned? One is meant for positive number representation. One more is for negative number representation. See, one side one value is extra, plus one is added, like a plus one here, 32,768. Once you understand this observation, other thing is going to be dead easy, because I am going to open one chart for you. That chart is going to show some numerical values, and this value is meant for negative side. See carefully, negative side, and this is meant for positive side. This is meant for positive side. So minus, sir, why one is extra at the negative side? For storing the sign bit. For storing sign bit. It is going to contain what? One bit is reserved for that sign bit. That's why one is extra. 767 left side. If no sign precedes, it is called what? Positive. If sign precedes, for example, minus 10, I want to store minus 10. For storing this minus is concerned, I need to use one bit separately. That one bit separately is known as what? Sign bit. That's why one is taken extra. Tell me, I hope that you people are understanding what I am talking. Is this calculation is clear, students? Is this calculation is clear or not clear? Can you confirm once? This calculation is clear. Because once we slowly entering into the subject, you will come to know what is the taste of the subject and how in-depth we are going to explain. So coming to, even in Java, we are explaining this type of discussion, because the people who are coming for Java programming may not be knowing the C language. So here we got it. So the range of, here I am writing, the range of int data type, I am writing here. The range of which data type? Int data type is plus 32,767 to what? Minus 32,768. 32,767 to minus 32,768. Right? Yes, ma. Panindra, you are asking, sir, why these two parts? That's what I am saying now only. So much of time I took it on the same part. Why? Here just now I told you. What is that? You see, 200 I am taking. Which one it is? Which symbol it is? It is the integer data basically. Which type of integer data? Positive or negative? Is it positive or negative? Positive, because no sign is there. Suppose if I write minus 200, I am writing minus, this is called second, minus 200. That is also integer. Which one it is called? A negative. That means if one range is coming, 65,535 is the range that I made as by 2. Why by 2? One is a positive number, one is a negative number. One is a positive number, one is a negative number. I hope you are understanding. I hope you got it. So it is going to be done. This part is done. That's why two partitions are available. Like that, any data type you take it, it is going to contain positive number and then negative number range will be there. So if you coming to the scaling part, which is just now drawn, it is going to be available. Here, what is available, ma'am? It is available. This side, what you can store? 32,767. This side I can store minus 32,768. This side is going to be taken. Are you following? Are you okay with this? Fine. Now, is it signed or unsigned? Is it by default signed or unsigned? It can be signed. It can be signed. So you can take sign also. That is the meaning of what? Int is nothing but, simply int is nothing but signed int. Signed int it is called. Signed. Maybe positive, maybe negative. Are you understanding? Understand one thing. English is important here. Signed. Int is nothing but what? Signed int. Signed. Maybe positive, maybe negative. Because there is one more int is there. There is one more int is there. Int is going to contain what again? Int is going to contain what again? Unsigned int is there. Unsigned int. Unsigned int. Unsigned int means what? Only what will be there? Unsigned means no sign. No sign means what values only? Yes, guys. What values only? Only positive values. Only positive values. That time division will not come. That time division will not come. That time, see, what is the range of this unsigned integer? What is the range of signed integer? Minus 32,768. To what? To what? Plus 32,767. This is the range. What about the unsigned? Can anybody can tell? Unsigned, no sign at all. Yes, good. 0 to 65,535. 535. Excellent. 65,535. This is the range. I hope you are getting my concept. Are you understanding? So day by day, are we entering into the good programming towards or not? Yes. So dear students, here I am trying to say signed and then unsigned. So when I come to the int, there is a discussion will be there. Signed int is there plus unsigned will be there. Like that. Can I move forward? Can I move forward? I will open one chart for you. Int is going to be what? Long int is there. Long int. Long is going to be what? More than int data type. Long is going to contain what? More than int data type. Long will take some 8 bytes. 8 bytes. 8 bytes, how do you calculate the range? Again we need to go for 8 to the 2 to the power of 8 bytes means what? 8 into 8, 64. So you will have that type of calculation. There also what? Long int, signed long int, unsigned long int. So we are having the long int types are also will be there. Let me go to I will show you the varieties of int we will have. So I'm writing one note for you. We have some varieties of which types? Int types are there. Some varieties of int types will be there. That I will show you in the chart for you. Signed int, unsigned int, long int, unsigned long int, signed long int. So many number of things are there. So learning C language data types is not that much joke as people are saying, because C language data types learning is really an art. Yeah, really an art. So that too we need to learn from different way. Next, I will show you that chart for you very shortly. Now coming to the float. I'm talking about the float. I'm coming to the float data type. I'm going to talk about float data type. I'm going to talk. Yes. Now this float data type, how it is going to discuss. Simple. Float is again what? It is a keyword. It is one of the int is a keyword. I told you. Like that, float is also called a keyword. Float is also called one type of keyword. I'm writing here. Float is one of the keyword. Float is one of the keyword. One of the keyword treated as a predefined data type. Treated as a predefined data type. Okay. Next one is called what? What is the purpose of this? Float is one of the keyword. You treat it as what? Predefined data type. Okay, sir. Float data type purpose is what? Float data type. Float data type is used for. Float data type is used for storing real constant values. See the wording called real constant values. Real constant values. Real constant literals. Already I told you the literals meaning. Literal. This is a technical word. IEEE standards. This is a word we need to say. Or some of the people normally, those who learn normal C programming, we can call it the floating point values. They will say floating point values. What is the floating point values? I just want to say example. If you see example, if you see the example, what is an example here? See, suppose 22 by 7. 22 by 7. What is an answer is coming? For example, there you see 3.14. 3.14. Just carefully try to understand. Some value you take it. See the left side of dot is called integer part. Right side of dot is called decimal part. This combination is known as what? This combination is known as what? Real constant value, technically we can call. Also called as a floating point values. And the values are known as literals. We already know that literals. So here 3.14. Here 3 is called integer part. 3 is called integer part. This is and 0.14, that is called 0.14. The 0.14 dot after the dot right side, that is called what? What is this? Decimal part we can call. Decimal part we can call. I hope it is understandable. Is it understandable? Is it understandable? Suppose your percentage of marks. See that your percentage 99.99, for example, or something like 79.99. 79 left side of dot is called what? Integer part, and 0.99 is called what? A decimal part we can call. Decimal part we can call. So we understood. So as far as the float data type is concerned, now int data type will take how many bytes? 2 bytes. The range is like this. And similarly, when you go for this now, float data type takes 4 bytes. 4 bytes. How do you calculate the 4 bytes data? How do you calculate 4 bytes? Tell me. 4 bytes means what? 2 to the power of how much? Come on, 2 to the power of how much? 32. 2 to the power of 32 we will take it, because 2 to the power of 4 means 32. 2 to the power of 4 into 8. 4 bytes now. Each byte is taking 8 bits. 8 bits. 4 bytes means what? 8 bits it will take. 8 bits it will take. That's what we wrote. Float data type takes 4 bytes. And okay, as far as this is concerned, integer part will contain some range, decimal part will contain some range. Dear students, it's an important point. This 4 bytes is for what? Integer part only. Integer part only. Float means what? Integer part will be there plus decimal part will be there. These 4 bytes for what? Integer part. Integer part. And it will take 7 binary bits. 7 decimal places it will take. It is called one of the IEEE calculation kind of point. 7 decimal places. 7 decimal places. 7 decimal places. This is called what? This is decimal places. For decimal range, this is called decimal range. Integer part. This is called integer part range. This is called integer part range. Decimal places also will be there. That is 7 decimal places will be taken. Java people also will follow 7 decimal places only. And I used to explain, some of my Java students are also there. Some of the decimal range is also there. I hope that you people understand. Float will take how many bytes? 4 bytes. And it is taking what? 7 decimal places. Dear students, are you understanding? And once again, here also what will be there? What will be there in that? So 3.14. In that, what will be there? So for example, 34.56 minus 34.56. This also will be there. 34.56 positive side, and this is called what? Negative side. I hope with my calculation you got it. Same thing you can calculate this 4 bytes also. I hope you are understanding this meaning. Dear students, are you okay? Is it clear? Fine. So let us move forward. Float data type, we got the discussion here. Now let me go to the another data type called what? Double data type. I will show you one chart for you. I will show you one chart after discussion of this part. So next I'm going for double data. Very, very simple. So float and double are going to be the same, but except its capacity is different. Suppose float data type. If I take what? If I take it here, what? CMA, I will take third data type, but what double data type I am taking? Double data type, for example. What is happening here? Double is also called one keyword acting as a predefined data type. And what this is called again? Double. I am writing double data type. Used to store same as that only, but capacity of double is more. Double will take how many? 8 bytes. 8 bytes. Suppose more than 4 bytes you want to go. More than 3 bytes you want to go. Where do you go? More than 4 bytes I want to go. More than 7 decimal places you want to go. That time I will go for which data type? Double data type I will prefer. Double is one of the keyword treated as a predefined data type. Double data type is used for storing real constant values. Same as double, but what is the difference? Double will take double capacity of your float, 8 bytes for integer part, and then it is taking 15 decimal places as a decimal range. There it is taking only 7, and don't think that it is 14. It is called a 15 because even in the Java also we tested and we are saying here. So I hope you people are understanding me what exactly this double is. Dear students, are you okay, ma? Are you okay with this answer? Yes, guys. Fine. Now, how many data types are there? What data types we learned? You just tell me. What data types we got it? What data types we got it? Int data type, float data type, double data type. Int data type is used to store which data? Int data type is used to store which data? Which data? Integer data or integral data or whole data which does not contain any decimal places. Which does not contain any decimal places. Float data is for what purpose? Float data is for what purpose? To store the data which contains a integer part and then decimal part. Real constant value. Excellent. Rahul, good. To store real constant values. That is the important. Float and double is used for storing both what values? Real constant values. But the capacities are different. So float will take how many bytes? 4 bytes and 7 decimal places. Double will take how many bytes? 8 bytes with 15 decimal places. How much is the range of this 8 bytes? 2 to the power of 8 bytes. 2 to the power of 8 bytes means how much? 2 to the power of, come on. Not 32. 2 to the power of 64. 2 to the power of 64. 2 into 2 into 2 into 64 times we will go on writing it. Similarly, we are going to have the char data type also. Char data type also we are going to come across. So up to here, am I clear? Up to here, am I clear, guys? Can you just tell me? Yes. So let me talk about the char data type also. After that, I will show you one chart for you. Calculation chart and a complete data type in C language. I will open it. I just prepared it. I just open it. See the meaning of it. Simple ma. Char data type is what actually same as first one. Char is called one keyword. See, keyword means it's a very, very important I am using. Those who are in my Python batches and Java batches, they are something different. But we are in the C language. We need to learn according to our C language. We need to learn the conventions. So we have to learn very perfectly. Char is one of the keyword treated as what? Predefined data type. What is the purpose of this data type? Always we need to learn the purpose. The purpose of this data type is to store character data. Now I am writing the purpose of this data type. Purpose of this data type is to store which values? Is to store character data. Is to store character data. Is to store which data? Character data. What is the character data? Character data should be enclosed within single quotes. Now I will give you that also. A character is one. Now I am defining a character data. The character data, how you can recognize it? The character data must be enclosed, must be enclosed, must be enclosed within where single quotes, within single quotes, quotes, must be enclosed within single quotes. Example is what, sir? The example is what? Very, very simple. You need to write like this. A. Come on. Now I will take something like this. A. Within the single quote, I will write single quote. Single quote. Next, I will write something like a dollar is a symbol. I will write within single quote. Next, I will write one digit within the single quote. I written. These are all called what? Valid. These are all called valid. These are all valid. Suppose all of a sudden we will come across your name. You all of a sudden you will come across your name. What is that name? I want to write my name. I want to write my name. See, KVR. Within the double quotes I am writing. This is called a string. If you write by mistake in single quote, it is going to be an error in Java. Sorry, in C language. In C language, it is an error. It is going to be called what? Array of characters. Array of characters in C language. In Java, it is called what? In Java, it is called a string we can call. But in we are in the C discussion, C programming discussion. We must write within the single quote like this. It is called what? Invalid. Now you are writing something like what? Within the single quote, you are writing Java, you are writing single quote like this. It is called invalid. This is called invalid. It is known as invalid. So if at all you want to treat this, we must deal with, to deal with, this is known as what? Because I will write, because it is which data? It is which data? String data, this is called string data. String data, note I will write it, one note point I will write it. To deal with which data? String data. To deal with string data, we must learn which one? Array of characters. Arrays concept is there. Arrays of character, array of chars we need to learn. This is a topic name. In C programming, we have a separate discussion called array of characters. Array of characters. So coming to the point of it, here array of characters is called string data. So coming to the point of it, we got this type of information here. So I hope that to deal with this character data, we are using char data type. And this char data type takes how many bytes? Now I am writing next point. Char data type takes 1 byte. 1 byte of memory space. It will take 1 byte of memory space. Are you following my point? Yes, who is this person? Who is this? Shailaja. At the end of the class, you can ask, ma. At the end of the class, you can ask, okay? Fine. At the end of the class, you can ask. Look at that. So char data type takes 1 byte. Are you able to understand? 1 byte it is taking in C language. If it is a Java programming, it is taking 2 bytes. Since we are in the C programming, it will take 1 byte. 1 byte means what? What is the range of it? Come on, can you calculate the range? 1 byte means what? Yes, everybody. 1 byte means what? 2 to the power of 8. 2 to the power of 8 means how much it is? 2 into 2 into 2. 2 into 2 into 2. How much it is? 32. 2 to the power of 8, 32. 256 it is called. 256. It is a 256. 256 is an actual result. 256 means what? If I take a 0, 2, if I take it is called what? 255. 255. This is called what? Normal range. But by divided by 2 is also there. Divided by 2 is also there. What is that divided by 2? What you will get it to? 255 by 2. How much? We are going to get 127.5, 127.5, 127.5, 127.5. If I take 0.5 from one side truncating and adding to another side, that will become what? One side it is becoming 127. One more side it is becoming what? Minus 128. Minus 128. Minus 128. Are you able to understand? So when do you go for this size and when do you go for this size? This is comes under signed character. Signed character. This is called what? Unsigned character. Are you understanding? Like previously where I taught to you, this is called 32 plus 32 to 6. This one is for what? Signed int. Like that, this is called what? Signed character. Unsigned character also will be this one. Are you able to get my points? Yes. Fine. So here we are supposed to have signed character, unsigned character is also the total capacity is this much. This is called unsigned. This is called signed related kind of. This is called signed. This is called unsigned. Unsigned means total length is reserved for that only. Signed if we come positive, maybe negative. So this will be the value it is going to come across. So negative character, positive character means not the character. When I write something like minus a like this, it is going to be taken as what? Signed or unsigned. If no sign precedes, it is going to be directly like this, unsigned only. Signed means it is positive or negative will be coming into this case. So already we have taken the meaning of what is plus and minus. I already explained, because with the scaling diagram I already explained here. With the scaling diagram I already explained. Because the data types is one of the very important in written test point of view, especially in C programming. And if you take any person that doesn't have the knowledge about the C language data types, and learning about the C language data types is very important. And you can say one thing, and most of the people are not good in C language data types. Of course, they are thinking that they are not working in C programming in the real time. That's why they will take like that. But at least in written test point of view, this is important. Okay, so I hope this data type is clear. Are you understanding this? Are you understanding into float, double and character? And let me open one small diagram for you. Let me open one small diagram for you, which is prepared. So int how many, float how many, etc. I want to store. Right. Last and final, I'm trying to tell you one more point. When you come to this floating point data type and a double point data type, you can store scientific notation data also. These are all comes under our childhood days stories. Scientific data. What is meant by scientific data? Have you heard about this type of notation? Like what? See, for example, suppose for example, 2.3 E and 3. Have you heard about this notation? Have you heard about this notation in your childhood days, in your mathematics case? What is the meaning of it? 2 to the 2.3 E3. What is this 2.3 is called? It is an exponential format. This is known as scientific notation. Strictly called as this is called what? Scientific notation. Floating point data scientific notation. This can be taken as always. This is taken as 2.3. It is internally computed as into 2.3 into 2 to the power of 10 to the power of 10. This E exponential series. E to the power of X series. 10 to the power of 3. 10 to the power of 3. This is the value. That is equal to 2.3. 2.3 into how much is that? 100. 100. Which is going to be what? Which is going to become what? What it is going to become? See, here it is going to become what? 3 zeros. And it is going to be 1 0 will be, dot 0 will be kept. Are you able to understand? 2030. So basics also very important. Multiplications also very important. So this is an answer which is coming. So rather than writing this thing, some of the times in interview point of view, they will ask you this kind of thing. Suppose you will be coming across, for example, 123.4.567 E minus 20 minus 30. You will get it minus 30. Here I got what? 3 E3. 3 means what? Positive. Here it is called what? Suppose one more point I will say 1.2 into E minus 3, I said minus 3. How do you write this data? Is equal to, this is equal to 1.2 into 10 to the power of minus 3, you will take minus 3, 10 to the power of minus 3, which is nothing but what? Which is nothing but what? Carefully, if you observe, 1.2 by 1.2 by 10 to the power of 3, 10 to the power of 3, 10 to the power of 3, 10 cube. Mathematics knowledge is required. Don't ask me why this is coming down. 10 to the power of 3. So I am going to give you as what you know, 1.2 by 1.2. This is called 1.2 by 1.2 by 1000. It is called 1000. So the value is called 1000. This is called 1000. 1000. So it is going to give you the result for 1.2 by 1000. It is going to be given. So you know, I think so. 1.2 by 1000. So what is the 1.2 by 1000? What is the 1.2 by 1000? It is equal to 0.0012. 0.0012. Is it understandable? So if anybody says tomorrow something like 1, 2, 3, 4.567 E minus that 45. So what do you understand? What do you understand? Is it easy to understand or difficult to understand? 1, 2, 3, 4.567 E minus 45. Is it easy to understand or difficult to understand? Easy, because it is nothing but exponential format only. Exponential format only. I hope that data types in today's class is clear. So these data types I will use very regularly in our programming. So void is a data type which is left out. What data types we learned so far? Now I will open one big diagram. I will open one small chart for you, because to write that entire chart is not possible. I will open the chart. Tell me, Ma, how many data types you learned today? What data types you learned today? Quickly. Come on. 4 data types we learned. Number 1 is what? What is the first data type? Int data type. Second data type is what? Float data type. Next data type is what? Double data type and char data type. Int data type, float data type, char data type, double data type. So regarding that, we are having some subdivisions also will present inside of it. Let me open that. Let me open that. What exactly the division? What exactly the division? Now I am opening it. Just carefully try to open it. See that. Now here you just carefully try to monitor. Carefully try to monitor. From the beginning onwards, I will show you one by one. So carefully see this. Char. Char is called a main data type here. 1 byte. It is nothing but what? Carefully observe. I will highlight with the red box. You try to understand. 1 byte. What is the size? What is the size actually? Minus 128 to plus 127. Do you understand how you got this answer? Come on, quickly. Do you understand? Happily we will understand, because we calculated with formula also very clear. And next you see signed. Char is nothing but, that char is nothing but, come on to the bottom, signed char. See, signed char. Signed char. Signed char. Signed char is nothing but 1 byte only. Just char is nothing but signed char only. Signed char only. Char is nothing but signed char. Just come down to the bottom. Unsigned char is there. Unsigned char. Unsigned char, 1 byte. 0.255. 0 to 255. Are you understanding the meaning of unsigned? Are you understanding the meaning of unsigned? Just now we said to you also. What is that meaning of it here? Char. Here you see 0 to 255 and 127 to 128. Yes, ma? Is it okay for you? How many types of char data types are there? Now you tell me. How many types of char data types are there? How many types of char data types are there? 2. One is called what? One is called what? Signed char, unsigned char. Unsigned means what? Only positive values. Only positive values range you see carefully, which is very, very simple. Which is very, very simple. Right? Keep it aside. I hope it is clear for you. Shall I move forward? This entire thing is comes under what? This entire thing is comes under what data type, ma'am? Char data type. Char data type. Very perfect. This is called char data. This is called char data type. Okay, nice. Next, sir. Next, we will go for one more data type. Now you see, guys. This is also very, very important point. I would like to int data type. You take int data type. Int. Okay, ma. Rahul. Excellent. Int data type. How many bytes int data type is taking? How many bytes int data type is taking? Come on, quickly. Int data, which I made the calculation also for you. I made the calculation also. See the calculation for the int I did 2 to the power of 16, 1 to 65,536. This entire big calculation plus 32,767 minus 32,768. How big calculation we got it? This is called int, which is also known as what? Which is also known as what? Signed. Signed. See that? Elaborate. Signed. Int is nothing but signed. Signed is another positive or negative. One more is what? Without a sign. Without a sign. Without a sign is nothing but how much it is. It is called int data type. We have 2 to the power of 16 is there. 2 to the power of 16 is there. I hope you people are following. I hope you people are following. Which data type it is? Come on, which data type this is? It is called which data type? Int data type it is. It is called int data type. So we are clear about that. Clear or not clear? Int data. How many types of int data types are there? How many types of int data types are there? 2. What are those 2 types of int data type? Signed int, unsigned int. Signed int allows what values? Positive integers, negative integers. Unsigned int allows only what values? Positive integers only. Done. See, ma, there is one more thing is there which is not at all necessary to know. Short is there, short, which is not at all necessary. Which is short is equal to what? 2 bytes only, 2 bytes only, 2 bytes. Is it necessary to learn or not necessary? Which is exactly equivalent to int only. Is it necessary to learn or not necessary now? Required or not required? Not at all necessary. Because something which is not necessary, something not necessary, which is called short, is one of the outdated part. Nothing to worry about this kind of thing. Because see 2 bytes there also, int also 2 bytes there. We need not to worry about that part. Okay, now you come to that. Short is nothing but int only. You come to one more point here. You see short int. They mentioned what? Int plus short combined together they are going for. See the same calculation once again. See the same calculation here. Yes, ma. Same calculation. Same calculation they went for. Is it necessary or not necessary? Necessary or not necessary? Not necessary, because it is also 2 bytes only. Same calculation. Here also calculation. Here also same calculation. This is also not necessary. So if I know int, signed into, unsigned into, signed into, unsigned into, which is more than enough for us. How beautiful this is. Next, come to long UC. See, I took it as a major things. Other things are not necessary. Now you come to the next point is called long. Long you come long. Long. It is also something important for you. Long. It is also called a long int we can call. Int is taking how many bytes, man? Generally, int is taking how many bytes? Come on, everybody. Long int will take how many bytes, man? 2 bytes. Long int will take what? Big int, big int. How many bytes here? 2 bytes. 2 bytes. 2 bytes it is taking int. Long int will take what? Double than that. 4 bytes. How do you calculate the 4 bytes calculation? 2 to the power of 2 to the power of 32. 2 to the power of 32, if I divide it, see the figure, how easy it is. Minus 147,483,648. Other side you see 2,417,483,648. One is extra in the negative side, other thing is easy for you. It is like what? Minus 32,768, 32,767. Easy or difficult? Is it easy or difficult? What ma? Easy. With our calculation we did. See, long int is nothing but what? Long int, signed long int, signed long int, same. Signed long int, signed long int, same calculation here. Whatever the calculation is there, here also we have the same calculation. Unsigned int, unsigned means no. This means I will add both these values. 2, you add it to 2 is there. This is going to be 4, like 65,535. How you have here, you have both the things. If we add it, it is going to become the bigger number. Is it understandable, ma? Are you okay? So this is called how many types of long is there? How many types of longs are there? Long contains how many? Signed long int, unsigned long int. How many types of ints? How many types of long ints? 2 types. Please type it and show me. Please type it and show me. Unsigned long int. Yes, please. Unsigned long int, signed long int. Signed long int, unsigned long int. Are you understanding the calculation part also? Are you understanding the calculation part also? Yes. Next, coming to the next, float is there. Float. How many bytes here? 4 bytes. 4 bytes. 4 bytes means what is going to be expressing? What is that expressing? You see that float data type they are mentioning here. Float data type you see. Float data type. Float data type is taking what here? 4 bytes. They are expressing in the form of exponent. 3.4e minus 38 to 3.4e plus 38. Are you understanding this notation? Which notation it is? Which notation it is? Which notation it is? Which notation it is? Scientific notation. Scientific notation. I told you just now scientific notation. Scientific notation, just now I told you. How we got the scientific notation for this? I told you just now. Just now I told you how the scientific notation we got it. Right. Just now I told you. Again, the same thing. I need not explain that. That is going to be available as is that point. Right. Yes, ma, Shailaja, I'm saying that only. So even if you ask that many times, I am saying the same answer. Just now I told you the scientific calculation result. Here I told you the scientific calculation result. So you need to understand the how it is done. Even if you send the same doubt 4 times or 10 times, same doubt is clarified here. Already with the calculation is done. With like that, you try to apply on this area also. Try to apply on this area also. Now coming to the double. Double is going to take what? Definitely more than the double size of what? Float. Double size of float will take what? Double size of float, 8 bytes. Float will take how many bytes? 4 bytes. Double will take how many bytes? 8 bytes. 8 bytes means what? 2 to the power of how much? 2 to the power of how much? 8. 8 into 8, 64. 2 to the power of 64 will be taken. Scientific notation, they expressed it. They expressed the scientific notation. 1.7e minus 308. Right? This is called a double. This is called a double. And this is called float. This is called a float. What is the calculation I said? That is a major important calculation. Long double is there. Long double is there. That is 10 bytes. 10 bytes. Yes, ma. Like long. No, ma. Santosh. K. Santosh. Not like that. This is called, I took this kind from Dennis Ritchie, Ken Thompson manuals. This chart is from Ken Thompson manuals. Short int is a part of int only. Right? Long double is taking 10 bytes. Long double. Because long is actually taking what? Long int, 4 bytes. So long plus int, 4 bytes. Just only long if you take it, it is taken the measurement as what? 10 bytes. 10 bytes. See that 3.4e 4932, 1.e 4932 they took it. It is called what? Long double. So in our program, majorly we are using char, int, long, float, double. Even long double concept is also given, because the data types of C language is compared to other languages, this is having more number of data types are available. I hope you people are understanding what I am discussing in the class. Is it clear? In today's class, data types is clear? Right. So in tomorrow's class, we will go for what? Variable declaration in C language. Variable declaration in C language, we will explain. We will explain in the C language concept called what? Concept called what? Variable declaration, variable initialization concept I will explain. So don't miss tomorrow class. Okay, na? Fine. So this material what I am discussing, our technical team will send you to the concept, right? Fine. So tomorrow's class will go for variable declaration and initialization. Next, Java batch will be starting on Monday, 4 p.m. Core Java new batch 4 p.m. is going to start Monday, coming Monday. Right. Thank you. Good day. Yes, ma. Yes. Yes, ma. Shailaja, tell me, what is your doubt?